Well, good Saturday evening, February 15th in Hickory, North Carolina. We are actually celebrating our sweetheart night tonight instead of last night, because I'll tell you why. This place requires a reservation, and they didn't have any for last night. Actually, it's reservation recommended, but if you want to go for the Valentine's special that they have every year, you need one. So we are here tonight. We're going to be meeting up with some friends of ours from church, and two things came into being in Hickory in 1969. The Charolais Steakhouse that you see behind us, and me. So we're the same age. This place has been here as long as I can remember. We've never been to it, have we?
No, first time.
I guess you would say this is the premier steakhouse in Hickory.
Everybody's always asking, have you been to Charolais?
Yeah.
Have you been to Charolais?
So tonight we're going to be able to say from this day going forward, yes, we have been to the Charolais. So we're going to go in here and check it out and let you know how it goes. So go with us to the Charolais at 766 4th Street Southwest in Hickory, North Carolina. And tonight I would like to introduce you to my grandparents. This is Mike and Linda. No, they are friends of ours from church. Mike is a fellow preacher of the gospel from our church. And what do you do?
Support him.
Okay, there you go.
And you.
And Mike is also a former Marine. Say something Marine-ish. All right. So we're going to go in here tonight with them and eat at the Charolais Steakhouse. So go with us. And here's what the Charolais looks like from the outside. And it has been here since 1969 in this location. And here are their hours of operation. Okay, here's what it looks like inside of the Charolais. Very dark in here, kind of a really romantic atmosphere to bring a date, especially for a Valentine's Day or an anniversary or a birthday. And I guess this is where they age the steaks. You always hear about a steak being aged.
The food needs a little yuppie top.
Well, it's just all, cage-free. Eggs, everything is awesome. But I love their drinks. They make a morning medication, and it's made with lemon.
All right, I'm going to need some explanations on this. So with the meal, whatever you choose, you get a starter of those.
I'm assuming so, because it says $65 per person.
Of those three options. Then you get a salad regardless, correct?
Yeah.
And then you get a choice of that side with your main course.
Then you choose your steak or whatever.
And then you choose
then the dessert at the bottom.
choose your meat. Okay. Never been here. I was just a little curious. And then I guess you get a dessert at the end as well.
That's cold, ain't it?
Okay, so I selected for my starter the shrimp cocktail. And here is the salad bar. There's your cheeses.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
Your soups. You got French onion
cold,
and Italian beef. Looks like two kinds of croutons.
I think she says she's going to bring us.
He's just recording.
And here are your salad options.
He's so much better than me,
salad
because
bar
I'd be like,
looks really,
this.
really good.
I'm like, I don't want to go up there. And then
All right, here is the shrimp cocktail. I'm having to shine a flashlight on everything. It's very dark in here.
So what are you thinking of it?
I really like it. It's good and cold. But just comes with three, but I really like cold shrimp and cocktail sauce.
That's exactly why I didn't want it, because it was cold.
It's delicious.
It is.
So is it still in the shell?
Just at the tail. Okay, here is my salad. Really good looking salad bar. I've never seen imitation crab meat on a salad bar before, so that's going to be a little interesting twist. And got the beets and cottage cheese. Those pair so well together. So good looking salad. All right, so what else you got on your salad that's unique? And what do you have there on that plate?
This is my
your oysters. Oyster Rockefeller.
And we got soup with our salad, so they had French onion up there. So.
Okay.
And then fontina cheese, and I like that.
I'm going to turn this light off so I don't blind people, but I want to get you trying the... Okay, I have to be considerate of other people, so I have to turn the light off. It is dark in here, so I hope y'all can see that. Figure the light's okay if I'm pointing it downward, but...
How's everything so far? Very good. I've got y'all on the list for the steak. Okay, thank you.
So I'm very curious.
Very good.
Very good. You've had Oyster Rockefeller once before at least, right?
It kept delicious, and I thought it was really good.
Okay.
Enjoyed it. That was fun.
So Right here's where they cook the steaks. Boy, that looks good. And over here is the prime rib.
I was here the last.
How did you like your salad?
Salad was good.
So what are you working on here?
French onion soup that comes with the salad bar.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask what you think. I'm not going to ask how it is because I know what I would think of it. So
I don't know that I've ever had it before, but it's good, and I added cheese to it because I've seen it like at JR.
I mean, what is in it besides just a clump of onions?
You would enjoy it.
Yeah, I bet I would. I'm going to let you enjoy that. I'm not even going to ask you if I can try it. Okay, so there's the ribeye. They were out of the T-bone. First, on the online menu said the Valentine's special was a porterhouse. They ran out of that. Then the menu I showed you here said T-bone. They ran out of that. And I got a baked potato with extra butter, cheese, and bacon. And what'd you get?
I got the ribeye, and I was just looking. So I think it's a truffle mushrooms. Apparently, it's truffle butter. I must have misunderstood.
Yeah, he did say truffle mushroom butter.
Oh, butter. Okay, I'm like, what's my mushrooms?
Yeah.
And then I got the loaded baked potato.
Okay. I saw you cutting and looking inside of it. Is it cooked correctly?
I mean, it tastes fine. I took one little bite. It looks like it's a little bit more pink.
Yeah, that looks a little more pink. It's very hard to tell. When I hold the phone at this angle, I can't turn the flashlight on or I'll blind the next table.
It's completely fine. So.
Okay, so you want to check out your potato really quick? It's a little hard to record in here. It really is.
And my filet mignon is absolutely delicious.
Okay, so Linda does want to be in it. All right, so we're going to put you in it. Okay.
I said I would.
All right, well, here, let me do that. I will.
We don't want to break it.
All right, so you got the filet mignon.
Yes, and it melts in your mouth.
Okay.
Absolutely delicious.
Mike, you got the filet too. How's yours?
It's very good.
Okay.
Melt in
Excellent.
your mouth, which is good since I'm missing a few teeth.
And Mike and I are both A1 lovers on our steaks. So.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you got yours.
I do. I think mine's cooked a little bit more medium than yours is. Yours looks a little bit more. So I think that looks about right. It's one of the more tender ones I've ever had.
Mine's very tender too.
That's even more tender than the standard ribeye. Very flavorful. It's good. Very good.
You're opening yours up.
All right, so here is the dessert.
Wait, get Linda's.
I'm going to.
She got something different.
The rest of us all got the red velvet cake.
That looks good.
And you got, what in the world's that?
This is the tuxedo bomb.
The white chocolate and milk chocolate mousse.
Okay, I'll trade with you.
That looks good.
It does look good. How is it? Let me get that light off now.
Very good.
All right, so how do you tell me about the red velvet cake there? It looks really good. Okay, I'm zoomed up way too close. This is a pretty cramped table. All right, there we go. Oh, give them a microphone.
They got one.
Okay. All right, guys, so we're going to start over here with Mike and Linda. And this restaurant has a rule, ladies first. I found that out tonight. So, Linda, we'll let you tell about your meal first.
It was very good. I enjoyed all of it.
Is that microphone?
Atmosphere was great. The company was, but the food was very good overall.
And as y'all can tell, we're close enough friends with them that we insult each other. But we appreciate these people. Brother Mike?
It was very good. Very good. I think the place could be a little larger. Everybody's kind of crammed in here, but it's got plenty of atmosphere, that's for sure.
Okay.
And it's good to be out with good friends.
Yes, it absolutely is. We have thoroughly. Now, you've seen these folks before. If you've been watching us for at least 4 years now, we met up with them in St. Augustine, Florida. You guys were in Florida. We were in Florida. Linda's actually from Florida. But Beaches on Volano Beach is the name of the restaurant. They were in that one. So they're back with us again. We've actually been out to eat with y'all a couple of times, most of it here in North Carolina. But thank y'all for being in the video tonight.
Enjoyed
Our
it.
pleasure.
Okay, well, we're back in the car now. And
It's nice and warm.
yeah, we wanted to get Mike and Linda in the restaurant giving their thoughts on the Charolais tonight. because it's misty. It's not really downpouring right now. It's just another miserable raw night here. I think probably about 4 out of the last 5 nights here have been like this.
Yes.
And saying we might get some snow next week, I'd certainly a whole lot rather have snow than this mess here.
Yes,
but
I agree.
Anyhow, we'll see what comes of that. But we want to talk about the steakhouse. I want to apologize from the outset. This is probably one of the poorest videos we've ever done. We still want to show you the meal and our experience, but there were several factors tonight that made it very, very hard to do a video in there. Number one, it's dark. Probably the darkest restaurant I've ever been in. And in order for you to see things at certain times, I'd have to turn the flashlight on my phone just so you could see it. But that's okay when I'm pointing the camera down at the table. But when I'm having to point it across the table, that light's going to blind. I can't be blinding other people in the restaurant. So would have to turn it off just depending on the angle of the phone. Plus the fact it was very small in there.
It was tight.
I'd kind of have to lean back to even get her in the video. And the tables were small. We had 4 people at the table. It was just very difficult. There wasn't just a lot of room in the restaurant. It's kind of a small place. So very nice place, but small. It was just very, very hard to do any kind of quality recording in there tonight. So just letting y'all know, I haven't forgot how to do it. It was just, you'd have to be in there to understand it. It was tough. But this is our first time trying it. This is the steakhouse around here that people ask you, have you been to the Charolais? And up until now, the answer is no. We have now. So why don't you start off, kind of tell. The menu is a little confusing to me. I don't know if that's how it always is, or if that was just the Valentine's weekend.
That was just the Valentine's menu. So it's basically $65 a person. You choose your starter, you choose your salad or salad bar, your side, and then your meat, and then your dessert. So everything's off that menu on Valentine's weekend, for whatever the dates were. They do have other specials and other menus, like they have just a Marvelous Monday menu that is like, what, $55?
That's per couple. That's not per person.
Yeah. And if we ever come back, it would be on a Monday.
I think this is the most, you correct me if I'm wrong, I think this is the most we've ever paid in a restaurant, just for us two.
I think so, yes.
I think this is it.
Yeah. And we didn't even show the receipt. So let me dig it out. We didn't show that. But
so again, like it or not, you're going to get a fair and balanced and honest review, the good and the bad. I wasn't saying that to you. I said it to people that don't, for some reason, think reviews should be honest and fair.
Yeah. So he showed the menu, and it is $65 per person. So I'm just going to hold this up here. So
you mean the receipt?
On the menu,
no, I did show
on the menu. Yeah, 65. So as you can see, we got a few extra charges on there.
And we're going to explain those.
Yeah, so we'll explain that.
One thing I do think a restaurant should be forthcoming if something's extra.
Especially when it says $65 per person, then everything's listed below that. You think if there wasn't a charge, they'd tell you, or it should be on the menu. But anyway, our server, let me see, I didn't even catch her name, if she even said Elizabeth. She was very nice. She did an excellent job. Very professional. She kept our drinks full. Removed dishes as soon as we were done. She kind of watched, like when we finished our salads and stuff like that. Then the food came when we were done.
She was on top of it.
She was. She did a really, really good job. So she came out, got our drinks, our appetizer, and our salad dishes. She said someone will be around to take your meat and side order. So there's a guy that pushes a cart around, and he's got little like popsicle sticks, and everybody gets their own popsicle stick for their meat. And he writes down the stuff. And then when we're done with that, then of course she comes back with the desserts. So I got the oyster Rockefeller for my appetizer. I thought it was good. They made it fresh right then. My appetizer came after everybody else's. Because I think the shrimp cocktail was like everybody else was getting it in the restaurant too. But it was really good. You got 2 of them and it was good. Salad bar, very well stocked. Everything looked fresh. It was good. You also get soup. They had Italian beef, I think was the other one. Yeah. And the French onion. And Linda had said that was the original owner's recipe. So I got that. I don't know that I've ever had French onion soup before, because like at J. Arthur's, when I've seen it, it's got this bubbly cheese top, and it looks so good. And they had all these cheeses. So I got the soup, piled a bunch of fontina and cheeses in it, and let it melt. It was good. I ate most of it. But it's just soft onions and this I don't even know really how to describe the taste, but it was good. I'm glad I tried it. Now, as far as my meal, the steak, it was very tender. The truffle butter was good. My potato, they had loaded it because they asked if I wanted. I said yes. The only thing about my potato, it was warm.
Yeah.
Did not melt the cheese, did not melt the butter. It was warm. It's that's a little disappointing. The bread, I don't think you ate any of it.
I did not.
It was just bread. It was okay. The red velvet cake, it didn't taste homemade. I don't know where they got it from a store or whatever, but it was good. Wasn't cold. It was room temperature. So that's my food experience. So we can talk about the other once you're done.
Okay. Well, would you come again?
I would. I'd be questioning a little bit more when I come, but yes, I would come back. It was good enough, the food wise, to come back.
Well, to be honest with you, when they asked you if you wanted the mushroom truffle butter, I figured that was going to be an upcharge. I was not surprised by that. But you didn't ask. You went ahead. Now, if you wanted, I wasn't going to, say anything because I wanted you to have what you wanted. But yeah, I'm not surprised that was an upcharge. Sometimes when they ask you if you want the potato loaded, I got mine, I guess, partially loaded. Naturally, I had them to hold the chives, and I don't really care for sour cream. I asked for extra butter, which I did not get until I asked after the potato came back out. And I said just cheese and bacon. So what it is, it's $5 upcharge if you want the potato loaded. Some places do upcharge.
I got $2.50 and $2.50 basically. The butter was $2.50, and then the load my potato was $2.50. Said that nowhere on the menu.
Right. I'm not surprised again at the butter. That usually would be a little
pat of butter.
But some places do load your potato for no upcharge. Some places do charge. So it's just always best if you want to know to ask. The potato, well, let me start with the salad bar. The salad bar I liked. It had a really good selection on it. Probably one of the better salad bars around here. I liked that. I liked you could walk up there and watch them cooking the steaks. The prime rib looked amazing. That's something I maybe would like to come back and try. Mm-hmm. So the salad was good. The shrimp cocktail was great. It only had 3 shrimp, but I agree with what Linda said. The cocktail sauce was some of the best I've had. That was just really good. I could have eaten a lot of that, the shrimp cocktail. Enjoyed that. Did not try any of the bread. Now let's get to the main meal. The steak was really good. It was really almost fork tender. You could probably just about cut it with your fork. It was well seasoned. It was a very good, high quality steak. Would I put it as the best steak I've had in Hickory? Probably not, but it would be comparable in the same conversation. The baked potato is another story. That was probably the single most disappointing thing of the night. I don't have to have a potato so hot that you can't eat it, but I want it hot enough that it'll at least melt butter. These potatoes, and it was not just mine. Yours was the same way. I asked Mike and Linda. I don't know if she got a baked potato. Mike did. And his was the same way. The potatoes were just warm. Those were not good baked potatoes. I'm sorry.
And they would have been really good with all that topping and the sea salt. Had they have been warm, they'd have been really good with all that.
But I think to get upcharged because I thought what they did, they broke it in half. I thought it was $5 to load the potato all the way, but since I only got a couple items that they just...
No, I got the butter.
All right, so I misunderstood on that. All right, so to upcharge for a potato that quite honestly was a subpar baked potato. There's just no way to say it nicely. The potato just wasn't good. That's kind of a little bit, off-putting a little bit for what they do charge here. The steak was good. I'm not knocking the steak. I liked the red velvet cake. I thought the icing on it was really good. So an overall positive experience. Mm-hmm. One thing, I'm going to mention this. I don't like to be talked rudely to. And the guy that was bringing the cart around to take your order on the steaks. So he pulls right up next to me.
On his and Mike's side of the table.
Yeah, but actually closer to me. Mm-hmm. So I thought he's talking to me. I have no problem with letting... I usually do. You pretty much always order first, truthfully.
It's just
I got no problem with that, but I don't need the cart guy to tell me that. So he pulls up, and he actually pulled up next to me, and I thought he was talking to me. He says, are we ready to order? So I gave him my order, and he looks at me and says, we start with the ladies here.
And I didn't even look up at him. Yeah.
It's like, okay. I said, well, excuse me. You go ahead and take the ladies part. He says, what do you have? So I said, just let them, I didn't appreciate being talked to like that for no reason. He actually, I thought he was speaking to me. It's the only reason I said anything.
And he should have said ladies. He should have addressed. 'Cause I wasn't looking at him.
Yeah.
And when he came up, and, you know,
He literally pulls the cart up next to me.
Yeah.
And then says, "Are we ready to order?" So I really thought he was asking me for my order. So I gave it to him. And then, you know, I don't think your cart guy needs to be rebuking people and telling them about etiquette, because I always let you order first. I just thought he was asking me. So anyway, that was a little off-putting, but, you know, it didn't dampen the meal. The steak was really good. But then he said, "Well, no, I'll go ahead and take your order now." So I gave it to him. Then after that, we waited on our meal. Had some really good fellowship tonight with our friends.
It was fun with them.
This is the kind of place you do kind of dress a little bit. They actually have a dress code. It's not a dress code, but
no ball caps,
no ball
tank
caps,
tops.
no tank tops. Saw a lot of people there tonight dressed up kind of like we are.
And some with just jeans and a nice shirt.
Yeah.
Just whatever, you know.
So,
And Linda got the tuxedo bomb, and I did try a little bite of that. That was actually tasty. I mean, I'm glad I got the cake, but it was still tasty.
okay. Yeah. It looked good. I didn't want to, she was offering everybody a bite of it. I didn't want to take her dessert from her. So, you know, but it looked good. But anyway, yeah, I'd be willing to give it another chance. Like maybe I'll try the Monday night special or something.
Sometime, yeah.
I can't say that I was wowed by it. It was more the atmosphere than anything else. Kind of say you've been to the premier steakhouse in Hickory, but has been here 55 years. I had to think. I ought to just know how old I am because it was the same year I was born. I can't see us maybe coming back on a Valentine's or something like that. This is not going to be a 2 or 3 times a year thing.
No. And I guess to me, the most off-putting part was the $7.50 upcharge. You know, when you said $65 per person, and then he asked, you know, they should say on there.
Yeah,
you know,
would you like this with it? They don't really say for an upcharge. You have, but you got to ask them
yeah,
that.
you do have to ask. Normally on a regular menu, I would.
Yeah.
I just assumed since it's $65, they're asking, do I want this?
Yeah.
I just thought that came with it since they have a limited menu. And I asked the waitress, you know, I asked her about that. And she says, oh, it's because of blah, blah, blah. And, you know, that was all that was said. And then when she brought the check, she says, I'm sorry about the mystery charges. You know, just would have been nice to have known. But yeah.
Yeah, when you're
lesson
already
learned,
paying more
ask.
than any other restaurant in town, at least that I know of, you don't really like a lot of extra charges. But at the same time, just ask them. They have to
ask.
tell you if you ask. So
Yeah.
anyhow, that's the review. I think the way I would summarize it is, I would say this was a good experience if they were on par or price with like the Longhorn or Texas Roadhouse in town, but they're pretty much double that. Maybe not quite, but almost double it. So was it worth what we paid? I can't say that.
Yeah, and they were actually out of 2 other Valentine's steaks that, you know,
That's the thing.
we were going to get as couples.
I was going to get the porterhouse, and that's 34 ounces. We were going to
30, yeah.
split that,
We were going to split that.
and then we found out they didn't have it. So then the menu they had printed out was different than the online menu. The one they had printed out had T-bone in place of the porterhouse. That was 22 ounces. So, okay, we're going to pay this much for a meal. At least I'm going to get a 22-ounce steak. They were out of that. So we ended up going with the ribeye, which is 10 ounces less, 12 ounces. So, you know, pretty expensive meal.
Yeah, it was.
All right.
I mean, it was good, and I
And
enjoyed
we're
my
just
company.
yeah,
I love
absolutely.
you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Love you too. We're blessed to be able to have a night together like this to have good fellowship with our friends from church.
Yeah.
So very thankful for that. We enjoyed that. Excuse me. But, you know, this is just a fair review. That's what we're going to give you. We're going to tell you the good and the bad. That's really no point in doing reviews if you're not honest. Most people get that, so that's what we try to give you. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe.
Give it a thumbs up and follow us on Facebook.
Have a blessed day.